Hi guys, looks like you're doing pretty well, Curly. You look like you're doing okay without me. It's hang on. Busted. I had the screen open on the other machine. I've been reading the comments. Hey Stephen, hey Cam, Tinker, Chirpy, Machine NZ, Thomas Keynes, Tinker, Adam. Anyone else is about? Hey Curly. What a week. There's been some pretty cool stuff happened this week. Was some disasters too. Spent most of the week on this. You saw the videos, I guess. This, I think, is a pretty good repair. It's probably nearly set enough. Hey, Tony. Hi, Sid. This has probably gone off enough to start thinking about machining the top of it. I'm not going to machine the top yet. I'm going to wait until I've got a new tool post, because that's what I've decided I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it thick on top here, and it's still not as thick as it was originally, but this gives me a bit of room on here to organize the micrometer stop for the disengagement on the thread cutting attachment. So it seems a good thing to leave this a little bit thicker rather than machine it down again. And that gives us, in the middle there, it gives us what, 11 millimeters, something like that, 7/16 of an inch. And a little bit more rigidity. And also, for a multi-fix, I can put an index pin in here so that it's repeatable. So I've never ever had that on the old one because it was just too thin. This top slide thing for is for the Lorch, my Lorch lathe. Let's have a look here. Past the junk. This goes on the Lorch here. Now, I was worried about that too. This won't be an issue, I think. It's going to be less of an issue than if I had welded it or brazed it and discovered that it twisted and I had to reshape it. So I don't really want to re-scrape it and machine it again. So at this point, that's probably the best repair. Hi, David. Hey, Darren. Hey, Tommy. Well done on the gearbox, Tommy. It looks great. If you haven't already checked out Tommy Gun Machining's quick change gearbox build, go and do it. It's pretty cool. So this has still got to have a post here, and because we're this much taller, and because the tool post that I had was pushing the limits anyway, we were right down on the base a lot of the time to adjust to tool height. We've decided that I've actually moved my Multifix tool post on, and I've brought the next size down, which is only tiny. It's about that tall, but it'll do the job nicely, and we're going to put that back in here, and hopefully we should be set. So that's the plan of attack on that. But I think this is going to be pretty good repair. It's all nice and flat, I think. Hey John. So that's how that goes together. This is the hole where the tool post was. I don't believe that was original there. I reckon it's off center there, and I reckon it should be on center with the T-slot. So we're gonna do a bit of a job on that too eventually. So I'm happy with that. We can move on slowly. Today, while this glue's been setting, and while the epoxy's been going off, and while I've been waiting for this to harden up and decide on a plan of action for a new tool post, etc, 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 I've done a lot of catch-up jobs. I've repaired a casting for a steam engine today that belongs to a viewer. A good friend, and I've got that ready to post. I've had a bit of a clean up, sort of. Don't believe everything you hear, but I have put a lot of stuff away. And I've done some housework, stuff like that. So, bit of a quiet day. I think the extra metal will be a good thing in here. I think that's fixed most of the problems, because we had serious chatter issues. If I've got anything that I've been machining. So this was, these gears come from China. These are just 30 teeth module 1 gears. I've machined them out and put a recess in them and put a bush in them. These are for the tumblers on the quick change gearbox. Or on the screw cutter. Sorry, these are for the tumblers on the screw cutting attachment. It won't be quick change. And I made one screw which goes in there, and I put a slot head in that, I think. But that's as far as I got before the chatter set in and we had some real problems. So that was about all the progress on that this week. And I've still got to make another one of them off and face them and put a slot in them and harden them, all that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool having the potential to be able to do that here now. Most of the things I've been working on are all packed up, ready to go and get posted away. I've got boxes here everywhere. JB from Oz sent this box. about 12 months ago, 18 months ago, whenever it was. It came just before the Commonwealth Games, which was well and truly last year, and I lost a piece. It's still not perfect, because when I set the this is what it looks like. When I set the surface plate in here, I find that some of the joints come apart, or some of the joints have got a fair bit of strain on them. So I'm still messing around with that. Woodwork isn't my strong point. It's not something I'm very good at, but JB laser cut this. It's got cutouts for hinges, that sort of thing. I did promise I'd make hinges in a catch or a lock for it. And Chris at Old Iron Shops in California cast me the plate, and I got one off him. So it's pretty nice. I did the rest of the work on it. It's been scraped, but it hasn't seen a lot of use since, and it probably could do with a go over again and a freshen up. And I'll do that, and we'll make a video. JB sent some new parts. That's what was missing. I don't know if this design's even going to work, but it's got a lid on it like that. Lifts up with the surface plate in the middle. Hopefully some sort of a catch down here, and hinges on the back, and some sort of a carry handle, or even a, I'm not sure yet, but it'll get a clean up, and it'll get sort of some artistic rendering on the outside, and hopefully we'll get something that's as presentable as the plate is. But I've done a bit of work on that, so that's where we're at. This one here has come apart when I've dropped this down, so I've got to investigate and find out why it does that. It's a bit of a mystery. But this plate, I don't know if I even showed you or anyone. Felt I don't like, Darren. I'm just suspicious that we're going to get moisture in there. This isn't a very big plate. And yes, it's not a good idea to sag and stuff like that. Theoretically, it's not a good idea to store a plate on its side like that, hanging on the handles. However, realistically, it's a 7-inch plate. So, while it's not excellent, it's not theoretically as good as it can be. I don't think that this is going to be an issue. I really don't think we're going to get enough sag to be a problem. Hey Peter. I had every intention of making proper brass hinges for this, and I probably still will, rather than using an off-the-shelf hinge. Roger, g'day. That's probably a pretty fair idea. I'm going to make proper brass hinges for it, I think. Probably screw to the inside, and then offset on them. I've got some angle there to do it, and then some bar to make pins. I've given it some thought, so I'm going to do that. I'm not sure about the lock, what we're going to have. It wants something pretty solid if you're going to lift it from the top. a smart idea would be to just put handles down here, I think, so that you don't lift it up from the top. It's probably a really good idea. So anyway, it's a work in progress, and probably CA glue is the answer here. But for some reason it's not quite square, and when I sit it down on here, there's some funny things happen with this woodwork. Gary's right, it's not really a laboratory plate. I've got a decent granite plate here, and if I was going to do laboratory work, which I'm not because the temperature in here is crazy, out of control, up and down, I would invest in a decent granite plate. But this is, I used it today. It's a pretty useful little try and set out plate for model work. It's heaps accurate enough. A sheet of glass is heaps accurate enough. Sheet aluminium plate straight off the mill with the stone over it's heaps accurate enough. And really, you don't need anything laboratory grade in the home workshop. It's pointless. But this is a nice plate, and it's 25 points per inch, and to my mind that's probably as good as it's ever going to get, because I haven't got the patience to make it any better. So that's the box I've been working on for the surface plate. If you're watching this, JB, thanks heaps for that. Thanks for sending it through. And we will have a video about it. And we might have to toughen the inside of it up too, John, and we'll have a look at that. It's about 285 here too, Roger. It's pushing 30 inside here. It is pretty warm. So there will be some rust prevention work going on inside that box, but I don't know what yet. We've got a little bit of cancer here on the edge, or just on the corner if we have a look. Nothing. I run a precision flat stone over it and it's taken most of it off, but there's just a little discoloration there right on the corner. It's obviously had some moisture there. And if another run over with a scraper or two would fix that, so I'm going to probably do that. Eventually. What else? New sticker today. Zero idea where that went, but I put one on the board. This one from Steve Summers in Kentucky. Awesome to get that. Big thanks, Steve, if you ever watch this. Have a great day, Metalworks Machine Shop. 12C sounds amazing, Gary and Tommy Gunn. It's pretty warm here all day. It's been pushing 30. This one come the other day. Big event happening this year. If you get an opportunity, at least follow along online. But if you get an opportunity and you're in America, or you may be in America at some point during the year, make it this week, June 22nd, 2019. this gent's coming back, and this one, there's a new sticker. I ordered one of those, so I did get a new sticker from Keith. Give him a bit of support, and give me a bit of support, because I want to bring this back. I'm going to say it. I want to bring this belt home, so I've been training a little bit. Not going to happen, but it's worth having a go. You've got to be in it to win it. So, yeah, we've got no hope. But Keith's retired. There's Stephen Lang, I'm sure, is going to have a better chance than me, but it sounds like good fun, so pretty excited about that. A little bit of artwork this weekend. Nothing left here to show. It's all been delivered. I've got a huge disc that's a metre diameter to put the snow globe girl from the Summer Bash. And we'll see that as time goes on, but there's not much to see now. It's just got a coat of blue on it. Metalwork stickers arrived here too. Hope I showed them. The stickers here everywhere. They had a box left to go. Yours went on the board too. It's right up the top there. Up above Phil's. Stupid machine. We go up past the light. There's a few stickers on the board. There's yours right up the top there. Alistair's went there too, which is Adventures with a Very Small Lathe. Hubnut, check out Hubnut. Ian's a great guy. Metalworks Machine Shop, they arrived the other day. One from Lance. JB's. Andy Ash. Chris at the Old Man Shop. Pierre. And Phil, of course. And Ray and this old Tony. Joe Way at Sierra Specialty. Jim Bollinger, Do Right Fabrication. Never be said that I don't say Jim Bollinger's name. So Bruce at Gemtrek. Tom Lipton. Stephen Lang from the audience. Steve Summers. No Bozo. John Creasy's YouTube Machinist Group. It's their sticker. Harold at Animator Redneck Workshop. Marcel. Jimmy Stewart Arts. James Kilroy. Keith Fenner. And mine, of course. And down the bottom there's one from Dale Derry. A couple of Summer Bash ones. John Saunders, Randy Richard. Old Iron Lover there in the corner. And Backyard Machine Shop right down the bottom. And for some reason we managed to flip the screen. So there's the sticker board. I will bear that in mind, Chirpy. I can't promise. I don't have a Keith Rucker sticker. Look at that. I've met Keith. He's a great guy. I don't have a Keith Rucker sticker. I might have to put some pressure on him for that. Oh, there is an A-bomb sticker there. I think Brad Jacobs got two. And Tom Zelickman, of course, we won't forget him. Andrew Padaka as well. There's a few on there. The Kilroy sticker, Chirpy, is kind of limited edition. It's pretty hard to get, actually. I peeled it off the old board because I only had one. The trophy come from Jimmy and Stuart Arts. Love this to bits, actually. Pretty cute. MSB Room Machine Shop. And we've dropped it. Is Maker of the Year 2018. So very, very cool. And obviously very, very solid. But this will have a shelf here somewhere eventually for this. And there's a custom Lego figure from Adventures with a Very Small Lathe. James is a great guy. We'll see what happens after June, Chirpy. Hopefully I'll bring back some stickers. I've still got a stack load. They're going through to John for the group for the weekly prize, the weekly photo of the week competition. Eventually, when I get there. Anyway, little bit of progress on this, not very much, nothing really to see. I've messed around with it for a couple of hours yesterday again. I'm really not feeling like I've got the right idea on that. We might have to start again. That's a bit scary, but anyway. This is the core box for the Stewart 400 engine, main crankcase core. Not sure I've got really the correct answer on that. This part looks good, but there are some other features that are going to be a little bit difficult to mould or to make a core from. So we're going to have a think about that. That's right, Cam. I'm struggling with that one. The rest have all gone together, and I've got a box of... I was talking to Clark Easterling, Windy Hill Foundry, new channel, just started this week. He put his first video up. Check him out, Windy Hill Foundry. Awesome guy. It looks like it's going to be a great channel, well worth getting on board with. I was talking to Clark yesterday, and we haven't forgotten anything. I do have a bit of news. I bought this for Clark. There we go. For as part payment for doing these castings. I've talked to him, and he's decided that a GoPro isn't something that he really has a lot of affinity for, so I'm not going to send it. So I have one surplus brand new Hero 7 white GoPro. It looks like the tool making competition's on again, hey? There we go. we've got that sorted. There will be another prize as well. I believe, I haven't heard from anyone from subscribers, but Stephen Lang very kindly offered to step up with something. And there will be other things as well. So it looks like if we can get a cheer, we've got a prize for the tool making competition. I've still got to find some cash though for Clark for casting these. So Stephen says he's in. We're sorted. So that looks like the tool making competition prize this year. You've been waiting all year for the competition. Yeah, it's a bit scary. You're not the only one, which is also a bit scary. Make a definitive announcement that yes, the competition's on. And we're ready to go. About the 20th of March, something like that. '20th of March, I think the competition jumps up. But the reality is it's a pretty hard act to... there's some hard acts to follow that enter. I know that 2 or 3 of the entries that I've heard about and I've heard talked about already are going to be pretty hard to follow. These guys like a challenge and they do a good job. And they make some awesome videos. So I'm really looking forward to that. You've got till the halfway through March. This time next month. There you go. This time next month, and we'll be announcing it, which is a bit crazy. I'll be in touch, Stephen. Otherwise, well, we've been half hour. There's not really, I'm just filling in time because there's not really a whole lot to discuss that I've done or that I've worked on. All I've done is fix my jolly lathe. Did a lot of machine work on the mill. It's filthy dirty over there. It needs a sweep. I need a new shop vac at some point. That's something that's got to happen. So I haven't progressed at all on the dividing head or on the thread cutting attachment or on the Stuart 400 engine. And because I haven't put a Stuart 400 video on Patreon, you haven't got a video for the traction engine on YouTube. They're already there. I just haven't released it. Ideas and rules. No. Yes, dozen ideas, but I'm not going to tell you. Themes. Don't know. Anyone's got any ideas, put them in the comments. Absolutely. If you've got a good idea, bung them down in the comments. Everyone has an equal chance. Absolutely. I think there's going to be 2 prizes. So I believe one for video editing and presentation, and one for actual tool making. So your actual tool. So whatever your strength is, if you can make things that are amazing and your videoing isn't all that fancy, you'll still get a chance. If your video editing is and you can't make crap, well, you still got a chance. But less rules are better is exactly it. Stan and a couple of sponsors have actually been hosting a video, and I know a lot of people wanted to enter that. I'm not sure how many entries they've got. It's on Backyard Toys, something like that, and it's got to be shipped to the bash. This competition, we don't have to actually see anything. All we need to see is your video, so it can be all smoke and mirrors. You don't even have to actually prove that it's what it is. You just got to make a video that we'll watch. And if you can do what Robin Renzetti did and make a tool that's amazing, then hopefully you've got a chance as well. That's pretty cool, Gary. I've actually been promised a little bit of coverage with some of the woodworking guys, so hopefully we see some hand planes and specialist tools like that, which would be heaps of fun. Boilers, I got boilers coming out my ears, Chirpy. I've got a bucket full of boilers over there that are slowly coming together. Every now and again I pull one out, but 30-degree heat, I'm sorry, but I haven't done a lot of boiler making this weekend. Yep, needs to be made specifically for the competition. It's got to be built from the 30th of the 22nd of March to the 22nd of June. That's a given. Oh, okay. I shouldn't bump that button. Sorry. Anyway, that's on. It looks like it's on. Looks like we're ready to go. It only distributes the hassles to another part of my life, but I do have a prize for it. Yeah, keep ragging on me. Chirpy, keep making noise because it will happen. You're going to get a surprise one of these days. They're looking great, but they're usually in the pickle bucket. I can go and get the bucket if you want to see. I will next week. Next week we'll have a bit of a run through on them. There you go. Promise. Anyway, I've got to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Lots to look forward to. Lots of cool things happening. Lots of new stuff. Hopefully we'll have this laid up and running again by the end of the week. Next week. And in the meantime, I've got some boilers to make and some patterns to make and a few other projects like that. So thanks for watching. Thanks. Big shout out to all my new subscribers and new guys on Patreon. That's awesome. It really makes me feel like doing this a bit more, and more soon.